Derwent here, your Thrifty apprentice. Happy holiday, everyone. I am coming at you with this year's Thrifty Artist Gift Guide. I want to share with you all some of the products that I have experienced since the last gift guide video, in hopes that maybe something you see will help you make a decision, or something you may want to add to your art collection, or even gift to one of your artsy fartsy friends this 2023 holiday season. So I'm not going to procrastinate or waste any time. I'm going to jump right into this. I am not listing or showing these products in any particular order. I am going to try to keep them, grouped into categories, but it's not a ranking video of any type. It's simply me sharing some good quality, great quality products with you that I feel are budget friendly and easy on the pocket that you may want to consider. So let's just jump right in. And the very first thing I'm going to start with is the Artwell 24 half pan set of watercolors. Now this is one of the more recent sets that I've tested and reviewed, and all of the products will be linked in the video description with links to where you can source them from if you want to purchase them. There will also be links for all of the reviews for each of these products in the video description as well. So you guys, please do take advantage of that. So the set comes in sort of a lavender tin, and it's 24 half pans with a large water brush. It's got a swatching sheet in it. As you saw, it was wrapped in a nice cloth, which I'm not sure what it's for, if the truth be told, if it's just decoration or if it's meant to dry your water brush on. It may be for that. But one of the better quality watercolors, budget watercolors that I've tried over the last year. I think they are really bright and vibrant and beautiful. And I mean, most of them are single pigment. They lifted well, they blended well, they reacted great to salt. I mean, the only color I felt may have a little iffy to it was the burnt sienna, but other than that, I think this is a really nice budget set that, although this is not a ranking video, this set falls into my top 5 budget watercolor sets. I think it's really nice, and I think it's a great way to go, especially for beginners, intermediate artists. I mean, even professional artists. As far as a travel set, as far as a set to practice and travel with, I think it's wonderful. They would be great to teach classes with. You can find this set on Amazon currently for $23.99. Now, I did go to the Artwell site itself, but it seems to be that the only set listed on the site is the 48 half pan set. And I'm not sure if it's manufactured in the same factory. I have not tested this set, but this one I am sure of, and I do recommend. So it's something you guys may want to consider. Let's move on. Next, we are looking at the pretty excellent 36 count set of watercolors. This is the Maylean. This is made by AON Arts, which is the company that produces Owen's watercolors, Paul Rubens watercolors. Pretty excellent. And if I'm not mistaken, Lightwish is a distributor here in the United States. Yeah, okay. So yeah, those are the ones that I know are made in the same factory. This is a very transparent, really beautiful set. Now, I'm not sure, because the first set didn't come with pigment information. I think the second set they produced may have pigment information. And then they have larger sets now. I think there is a 48 set. No, there is a, see, there's a 36 set. There was a set that came out in between. And then there's like a 50 set now. But the 36 set, I think, is a really great value. It has a really nice range of really bright colors that do not have a huge color shift. They are along the same lines, in my opinion, as the Artwell 24 half pans. Now, this set itself costs a little bit less. You can typically find it on Amazon ranging between $15 and $20 at any given time. Right now, it's currently on Amazon for $16.79, and it's actually on the Lightwish site, which is its distributor here in the United States, for $20.99. So it's actually a little bit cheaper currently on Amazon. Really great set. Another set that's in my top 5 budget watercolor sets. Both of these sets are student grade and really great sets. I don't feel like you can go wrong with either one of them. This one does not come in half pans. Now, the second iteration of this set, because they released a second set, it actually comes in half pans. But this one, the original 36 count set, is in it's in a molded tray. Nonetheless, the paint quality is still the same from set to set, based on the things that I've seen. And again, I don't think it's one that you can go wrong with. $16.79 on Amazon, $20.99 on Lightwish. And keeping in mind, if you're Prime members, I always throw this in there because it's true. If you're a Prime member, you're going to get free shipping. So that's always something to factor in when you're talking about Amazon. But I do try to include the original sites or other distributors if I can. Okay, next up, we are going to be taking a look at Marie's Masters 12 tube set of watercolors. Now, I actually like these watercolors so much, I refuse to buy another set and end up with duplicate colors. So I've started to buy the rest of the range open stock from my local Jerry's. And I think this is a really nice paint. Some people have compared it to Cotman. I personally like them better than Cotman. I think they have a better quality and a better performance as far as the quality go. They have a little bit better flow. I think they're a little bit more vibrant paint. So that's just my personal opinion. And I've always been a Cotman fan, but I think this is I just think this is a better paint. Now, the original set that I have is 12 tubes. It comes like that, you know. And as far as I know, the only place you can get Marie's watercolors, Marie's Masters, let's be specific, Marie's Masters watercolor at this particular point is Jerry's Autorama. And this set is currently on their site for $24.99 if I'm not mistaken. Now, this video is coming out on a holiday, but it was a shot the day before, so the video is coming out on Thursday, which is a special release, but it was shot on Wednesday. So Black Friday deals should be coming up really soon, so you guys will have these links in case any of these go on sale and happen to be any cheaper than what they are now. Some of the products are already on a Black Friday deal on Amazon, the ones that have Amazon links. Like I know, for instance, the Pretty Excellent watercolors, the reason it's currently $16.79 on Amazon is because that's the current Black Friday deal. So I would just be checking the links over the next couple of days, and I'm sure you're going to find some great deals on these products. So that's the Marie's Masters. Really bright, nice. All three of these are really great picks. Oh my God, they will be great gifts for beginners or for artists that have had, you know, a lower starting grade quality paint that you know is ready to make the next step up. Or if you happen to be that artist, maybe you've been painting with Crayola, or maybe you've been painting with another really economical watercolor, like maybe Royal and Lane Nickel or Artist Loft by Michaels, and you want to make a step up. Any of those sets would be a great step up into a better quality paint without spending the money on a professional grade paint. Now, the last watercolor set I want to take a look at is going to be, really quickly, the Rosa Gallery 28 count. Now, it's some varying opinions about whether or not this paint is professional quality or student grade. I personally classify it as professional quality paint. If you disagree with me, that is perfectly fine. It's okay for us all to disagree. You know, that's kind of what makes the world go around and it helps to keep things really interesting. With that said, this is a 28 full pan watercolor set. Let's keep that in mind. It performs like a professional grade paint, in my opinion. It comes with all of the relevant pigment, light fast, transparency information. The paints are, for the most part, super transparent, super mixable into really, really clean colors. You have 4 colors that granulate really beautifully that you can mix into the other colors to help them granulate. The colors get really nice. You can get a really nice pastel, that's what I'm trying to say, pastel color, by mixing these colors with a white. They are semi-moist, so they're always ready to go. I really, really love this set. Now, I have to be honest, this is probably the highest product we're going to talk about tonight. This particular product, the Rosa Gallery, is currently listed on Amazon. This 28 set is $59. Now, it may fluctuate in price over the next couple of days. They were running some deals and some specials on some Rosa Gallery sets about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm hoping that they start to run some more deals so that you guys can take advantage of this paint, because I think it is an awesome set. But even if it doesn't, I really do not think $59 is a bad price. I actually think they're worth it. And I'm just going to be completely honest. I think they're worth the $59 price. But hopefully, more than likely, they will go on sale. So do keep your eye out for the Rosa Gallery watercolors. Just a 28 color set. I think they have several different sets. They have like a botanical set. That's the only other one that pops up really frequently that I've paid attention to, but I know they have other sets. They have different size sets. You can get a 12 full pan set. Yeah, so keep your eye out for Rosa Gallery. Watercolor division was Rosa Gallery, pretty excellent. Artwell 24 half pan set, and I'm being specific about that. And Marie's Masters 12 tube color set. All of those are absolutely wonderful choices to make this holiday season in the watercolor category. Let's move on. Next, we are going to talk about gouache. I only have one set of gouache, and it's not really a set on my list at this particular point. And I am speaking specifically of the Turner Design Gouache. Now, I did not purchase a set. Let me be honest. I started buying this paint open stock. A viewer of mine who happens to know that I like gouache made a suggestion that, you know, that I should give this set, give this gouache, this brand, this line, a try and some field testing. So I was in Jerry's one day and I decided, well, I wasn't going to get a whole set. I was just going to get 3 primaries and try them out. They didn't have the primaries I wanted, so I ended up choosing Carmine, Permanent Lemon, and Prussian Blue. I brought them back and I fell in love with just those. I was able to mix so many different colors and do so many different things. And I really honestly am going to get around to a review of this set. This is one that a review of these paints, because again, I don't have a full set. I was in Jerry's about a week and a half later, decided I wanted to grab a couple of more colors, so I grabbed a burnt sienna and an olive green. So I did not actually start with an official set put together, but I was on Jerry's website as I was doing the research to put this video together and discovered that they have now released a new 12 tube, 11 milliliter 12 tube set. and it is going for $16.99 currently on Jerry's. This is a beautiful gouache paint. If you're a gouache painter, I think you would enjoy these so much. Now, typically they run about $6 or $7 a tube open stock. The sets are normally in the $30, $40 range. So right now, for there to be a 11 milliliter 12 tube set currently listed on Jerry's for $16.99, I think that is an amazing deal. That's actually a steal. And I'm going to be ordering that set. I'm going to place a Jerry's order, and that set is specifically going to be in it. Even if I duplicate some of the colors I already have, I don't care. I actually like the paint that much. So I definitely suggest those and say, hey guys, if you're considering a gouache, consider Turner Design Gouache. I don't think you will be disappointed. Let's move on and talk about watercolor pencils. First up on the list, we are going to be looking at Castell Art Portrait Set 24 count. I was actually kind of surprised. I was really surprised because a lot of times when you get a budget grade company that has a lot of hype to it, I'm kind of fearful that it won't live up to my particular expectations because our artists aren't the same, and we do have to take that into consideration. And I actually didn't purchase this set. It was gifted to me, and then it was a portrait set on top of all of that. So I was really challenged with using the set in my style because I don't necessarily do portrait artistry. Now, they advertised that the watercolor pencils could be used both wet or dry, and I really wanted to put that to the test. And I will say, guys, honestly, I was not disappointed. I was actually pretty pleased with these pencils, and they did get a really good review from me. I swatched them in another book, but really nice pencils. Had a little weight to it. The wood wasn't cheap. All of the lids were pretty centered. I didn't experience much breaking at all. They sharpened really well. Now the color chipping isn't necessarily a direct match with the actual color, so I do suggest swatching them out. But the thing that I found amazing is that the color range, although curated for portrait painting, I was able to augment and use these colors in order to paint still lifes, paint landscapes. And of course, if you guys have been following the channel, you remember those, or you can go back and check it out because, you know, everything that you see here I'm going through this video with, I've used in field testing videos on the channel, as well as a review for most of them, hands down. Great set. Colors mix well. I don't think you can go wrong with them. I was really pleasantly surprised with these, and it definitely made me want to give more Castell Art products a try, which actually coming up in the near future, we are going to be testing several of their color pencil sets. With that said, these performed wonderful both as a watercolor pencil and a color pencil, mainly because the pigment, even in dry form, did not smudge. So you were able to go back and add that dry form pigment on top of the watercolor layer and add more vibrancy and body to what you were painting. Really great set. They are currently on Amazon for $27.99, and you can get them on the Castell Art site for $19.99. And of course, both of those will be linked. With Castell Art, I'm sure you're going to have to pay shipping and handling or meet some type of threshold in order to not pay it. So you have to weigh your options there. Let's move on. The very next set of watercolor pencils, or ink pencils, if you want to call them that, we're going to look at are the Duran Ink Tense pencils. This is a 12 count. This is one of my favorite set of pencils. They are more of a ink and binder, ink encased in wood, versus necessarily being a watercolor pencil, but they perform exactly like a watercolor pencil. They are so bright and vibrant and pigmented. It's really ridiculous. They react so well to water. They dissolve really well. The thing about it is, though, you have to know what you're doing. Be sure with them, because these pencils versus other water soluble type pencils Once they dry, they become almost impossible to move again. There are some cases where I've seen them reactivate a very little, but that's not the case at all in most times. So great set of pencils. The 12 set I think is really economical. It's a nice range of colors in there. You get a lot of punch because you're able to mix them just like you do watercolor paint in order to create other colors, as you can with any watercolor pencil. So I think these are a great choice to make. They're going to hit you for $22.99 on Amazon and $25.99 on Jerry's. So there you have that. Don't think you can go wrong with those. Don't think you can go wrong with any of these products. So we are going to move on, and we're jumping into the color pencil category. And the first set I'm going to start with is the Derwent Chromaflow 24 count color pencils. These are a workhorse. I love these. I use them on a regular basis. As you can see, I've removed the little tray that they come in, and I just have the pencils in there with a couple of gel pens, a fine liner, some paint tape, regular mechanical pencil, because I use these in my travel kit, and it's handy to just pull out this little tray and have all of those utensils in there to work with, especially when I'm adding body and punch, a little accent to my watercolor paintings or my gouache paintings or my alcohol marker paintings, or using them with oil pastels. These pencils are a workhorse. They do not have a lot of fallout. They're really bright and vibrant. They cover well. They are erasable. They're great for using as drawing to sketch out your underpaintings. So really nice pencil. Great in mixed media. Really nice as a standalone medium. Can't go wrong with them. I think Duran did a really great job with these. The lead is super, super soft. I didn't experience a lot of breakage. I'm not going to say they're as soft as a Prismacolor, but they are definitely up there in the super soft range, or realm, should I say. These pencils are currently listed on Amazon for $26.21, which I thought was an odd price. Couldn't find them on Jerry's, which was really surprising because Jerry's normally has all of the Duran products as far as I know, but I did not see those. But let's move on, and we're going to jump from Duran over to another great pencil maker. We're going to talk about a set of FaberCastels. This is the FaberCastell Black Edition 50 count color pencil set, guys. Listen, this is one of my favorite color pencil sets. Mainly because it is so economical. You get so many pencils and they pack such a punch. And the thing is, they are not really even quote unquote targeted towards professional artists. I think this is meant as a mid-range pencil, but they're super soft and vibrant. They cover really well. Same as like the Chromaflow. They have a soft lid. They work well in standalone paintings. They work well in mixed media. I love the black barrel. I think they are just such an attractive pencil. It makes the lid, the color of the lid stand out. That contrast is so beautiful to me. Love these pencils. They come in their own little holder inside the case. And it does give you a little junior artist, but the quality of the pencil does not by any means. I've stored the pencils in a different tin where I'm keeping them with their swatch sheet. This is definitely a set I say you should go for, especially if you know somebody that wants to begin with color pencil art, or you're trying to get somebody interested in it. I think these are a wonderful set of pencils to get somebody started with. They're unique and different. They're gonna feel novelty, but they're not. You can get them in a 50 count range or 100 count range. They perform like a professional quality pencil, or they perform in a above average student grade range, you know, and they are very economical. You can get them on Amazon for $21.99, and you can get them on the FaberCastell USA art site for $27.99. So they are going to be a little bit cheaper on Amazon. but I think they are a wonderful color pencil. You really couldn't go wrong with either one of those, the FaberCastell or the Duran Chromaflow. If I just had to give one and say that it's the greatest value, I would say it would be the 50 count black edition pencil, simply because you get so many of them, and they're actually cheaper on Amazon right now than the 24 count of Duran Chromaflow. And they both carry legacy company names, although the Chromaflow would be considered a higher grade quality product than the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencil, in my opinion. Again, I will reiterate, I personally, prefer the Black Edition pencil. But, you know, do what you will with that information, my friends. Next, we are going to move on to art markers. So, oh, I hit the camera, sorry guys. Here we have, let me see if I can scoot you out just a little bit. All right. Here we have the Sanjoki 120 count of alcohol art markers. Now, I'm gonna be very honest with you, my friends. It's a lot of markers. They are super juicy. This is a brush and chisel tip marker. They come in a round barrel. They have some caps that are pretty easy to remove and to recap. There's a little stopper on the barrel to keep the marker from rolling around and away from you when you lay them down. Let me show you the brush tip and chisel. And of course, there is a review for these, as there are with many other products. They have replaceable nibs, but the nibs on these are really nice. I've had these markers for well over a year. I've used them quite a bit. I have not started to experience any fraying with them. Just a really all-around great set of markers, especially for them to be brush tip, which is in high demand and normally more expensive than your traditional art marker, which is your bullet and chisel tip. So for you to get 120 of these markers, I think that $43.90 is a pretty nice price, because that's what they are currently listed for on Amazon. Now, I have noticed, and I have to be honest, I do think it's a really great set. I have noticed some yellowing of some compositions, especially those that have high content of the black alcohol marker in it. So I do have to be honest about that. But outside of that particular drawback, which happens to the artwork over a period of time with the black, and that's what I've seen it the most prevalent in, maybe another color here or there. But it does do a little splattering when you take the cap off of the marker. But definitely a much better set than some other sets that I have tried over the last year, and that is my recommendation in the art marker category for this holiday season. That is the Sanjoki 120 count marker set for $43.90 on Amazon. All right, and let's round all of these art products off with pastels. And we are going to be looking at the Montmartre Premium Extra Soft Oil Pastels, which is one of the most recent products I've started to play with, and the newest medium I've started to use in my arsenal. Because guys, I am pretty new at using oil pastels to the extent of doing really comprehensive artwork with them. It's always been something to play around with. And here recently, over the last couple of months, I've gotten really serious about them. And this is probably one of the better sets I've experienced. You get 120, super soft. When I tell you, they are so creamy and buttery, feeling like just lipstick. I don't know, they may feel softer than lipstick. And then they just blend so well. Such little light pressure with your finger or whatever blending tool you may be using. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna open them really quickly just to at least show you the first tray so you can see the size of the pastel you're getting. I will go ahead and tell you that this set I only found it on Amazon. It's $29.99. I think it is more than worth it. Beautiful range of colors. I mean, every color you could possibly need. I didn't find myself wanting for anything. I'm going to do so many more paintings with these because it's so much product. It's so much product for $30. I think that's just absolutely amazing. And if you are a super soft oil pastel fan, I really think you should give these a try. They are softer than my Mungio Extra Soft Pastels. They are softer than my Master's Touch, which is made by Mungio. They are softer than my Pentels. They are softer than my regular Mungio Oil Pastels. They are softer than the Crayolas that I have. They are softer than a friend of mine has Paul Rubens oil pastels, which I played around with the other day when I was over there visiting, and these are softer than those. Absolutely amazing. I'm in love with these. They're probably one of my favorite products that I'm showing you guys today, and that's absolutely amazing for me to say, considering the fact that up until about 2 months ago, I was not doing serious oil pastel art. Now, I've always done water-soluble oil pastel and water-soluble pastel or watercolor crayon art, but never the regular art oil pastel. So again, that's the Montmartre Extra Soft Oil Pastel. You will not regret it. $29.99. All right, and let's wrap this video on up, guys, because I'm sure I've held you long enough, and I really didn't want to make this video too long, which is why I want to go ahead and jump in. So the very last product we are going to be looking at, I actually have not pulled out of my brush holder. I left them in there to the very last minute, so give me 2 seconds. Let me round them all up. This is the 5 round brush set by Creative Mark from Jerry's Autorama. This is their creative inspiration line of brushes, and you guys probably see this yellow handled brush over and over again because I use them non-stop. As you can see, the name is starting to wear off of them because I hold them so much. Absolutely phenomenal brush set. They are golden Tacklon, so they're synthetic. They don't hold a lot of water, but they do hold enough water for you to do what you need to do, including your wet and wet washes and the effects that come along with that. You have a really small one to get real detail, going all the way up to a large brush, which you can actually do a lot of work or even an entire composition with, if the truth be told. Some really nice in-between sizes. They will come to a really nice point when they're wet. They're super comfortable to hold, and because they have plastic handles, it won't matter if you accidentally leave them in your rinse water, because you don't have to worry about the water soaking up into the wood and the wood potentially splitting. This set is on Amazon for $13.99, which is a absolute amazing price for a really nice set of brushes. I don't think you're going to go wrong with these. I would recommend these even over the Royal and Langnickel Zen All Media line. And you guys know I love that Royal and Langnickel Mental line, which is their synthetic squirrel line. But I think these are better. I really do. Really do. And again, $13.99 on Amazon. So guys, there you have it. Those are some of the products that I've run across over the last year that I think will make really good gifts for the 2023 holiday season. I want to thank you guys for taking your time out to joining and taking time out. Okay, I think I'm getting tired of talking now. Yeah, I know it's coming. I want to thank you guys for taking time out to join me here, especially on a holiday. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the products, getting a little bit of my views about them, getting some of the prices. Keep in mind, check the video description for the links Watch them over the next couple of days, especially during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You may be able to find some really great deals. I will go ahead and throw out now that some of the links, especially the Amazon links, are affiliate links. If you use them, it won't charge you any more. You'll still get every single deal. It just helps pay a penny or two here to me in order for me to keep ordering the products to continue to bring you guys these type of videos. If you saw anything you like, enjoyed hanging out, saw any products that you're interested in, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share the video, because maybe somebody out there would love to see this gift guide and see something that piques their interest. If you're new to the channel or you're returning and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when all the new art videos come out, all the new crafting videos come out, the art product reviews, the journal creation videos, all of the painting and art markers. Just come on over, subscribe, and have fun, guys. Hit the comment section up. Let me know what you think about the video. Did you see anything that piqued your interest or that you may be interested in? I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can to the best of my ability about any of the products that you saw today. So please don't hesitate. Hit the video description up for the links to reviews on the products in case you're interested in more information, a little bit more in-depth about anything before you order it. You can find links for everything on Amazon and whatever other source site I was able to find it on. You can also find a list of recommended products that is commonly in my video description, which is going to take you to those things that I recommend on a regular basis, that are really great quality and won't break the bank. And you'll also find the link for both Patreon and Etsy, where you can help support the channel if you decide to, where it will be greatly appreciated. And you'll also find the link for Facebook group, Instagram. Please follow on Instagram if you're not following, guys. I'm really trying to grow my following over there as well. Thank you so much. Again, happy holiday to you. I'll see you guys back here next time. Just keep painting and crafting.